Hello, 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 everyone. Good morning or afternoon if you're owl and on the other side of the world, or anyone else who's on the other side of the world. I just happen to know roughly where owl is. Hi, everyone. Hi, friendos. How's your Tuesday going so far? How has Tuesday been? Has Tuesday been good? Has it been interesting? Is work, hopefully, work is not real worky if you're work lurking? Do all the things. I pinned a link in the chat for anyone who wants to know. Kinetic just posted an update in their blog about when they're releasing the new quality of life update, which is going to be August 25th. I have not read through the whole thing myself yet. I wasn't going to go through it on here, but if you want to go look at it and read it, absolutely. A couple of the big things, though, that I know and have read is that there will finally be a bone indicator. Finally. They have updated the indicator. They will be updating the indicator stuff in the journal, so it'll show all the keys, plus when you find the bone. Yay! They're also going to put gender markers next to the ghost name, which is going to be real helpful because, we have this discussion all the time. Is Robin the male Robin or the female Robin? Is it Jan or Jan? Is it, etc., etc. So that's going to be real nice to at least be able to know if we can cross off our two lady ghosties or not. Those are the big things. And the restricted maps. The restricted maps are going to be coming out for high school, prison, and Point Hope. I'm excited for some restricted prison. Really am. Because I know Rowdy's been always bugs me to play prison, and days like today where I'm gonna do one evidence runs till I rage quit or till I get tired of getting the ghost wrong. Prison's kind of big, so that's kind of out as far as I'm concerned anyway, for playing kind of a newer challenge for me. So I'm excited to have prison be a playable thing, have Kayaks not try to run out of the map every time we torture him with playing prison with us. All of those things. And same with high school. I'm looking forward to the restricted version. So those are the big things that I've seen so far. Like I said, the link's there. I also put the link in the Discord and the news section. So yeah, so you can go check it out for yourselves. Should we just get into games? Should we just get into it and get running and see how good or bad we do with this? Let's do it. Let's just, why not? Let's go nuts. Right. Single player. We'll stay with our custom. We're just gonna edit the evidence that the ghost gives us from 2 to 1. Oh, okay. That is really good to know. That literally this would put me at an APOC 1 level. Alright, cool. We know these things. That's a thing to be aware of now. We could turn on kills extend hunts. Does that up anything? No. I mean, we're solo, so it makes no flipping difference. However, we should, put our stuff back in our truck. That would be helpful. Alright, yawning all of a sudden. Doop 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 doo. Yeah, why do we only have 2 tripods? I know we've been playing with 2 tripods and 3 cameras for a minute, but we might as well have 3 and 3. I don't know why we'd need more sound sensors, but we'll throw them in there anyway. One parabolic. Yeah, we should be fine. Alright. Do we also want to go look, see what our weeklies and dailies and stuff are? The dailies... Oh, the only daily we have left is medium map. Everything else we boxed off last night. Let's see. Investigation bone perfect on Nightmare Harder. We're not going to get that today. I highly doubt. Sounds in the parabolic and survive hunts. I don't think, well, we're going to find out if we survive hunts. Well, we're going to jump right into doing one evidence. Let's make sure that I saved it and everything. And we're going to go ahead and start with a willow. We're just going to run straight into it and see how we do. Alright, well we've got Sophie Wilson, so immediately Phaz is not helping us out. We have all ghosties as options. Our objectives are 3 photos, cleanse where the ghostie is hanging out, and then we need a photo of our ghostie. We are not going to worry about perfect games. If we can get one, we'll get one. If not, we won't. Alright, we've got sunrise. So let's get in here. Let's see. Let's see how we do with this. Right, not the ghost room. Oh, we do have summoning circle. Ghosty just playing with all the cabinets. Okay, this is locked. That one's almost always locked. I don't know if it's been fixed. I've heard that it's kind of orky hiding anyway. So, I don't know if it's fixed or not. That hiding is not official hiding. So far, especially if you have the gym door closed, that's been decent hiding for me. Ghosty is just in the hallway. I will never, ever remember that the light switch is out there. Never, ever. Okay, no bone. Even with the camera viewfinder, sometimes I just walk over it. So, you know, if you see it... And then I was totally looking for the monkey paw there for a second. Okay, we don't have that hiding. We don't have either of these hiding spots. So whatever our hiding spot is, our official hiding spot, because we do have hiding on low, is down here somewhere. Is this considered a hiding spot? I guess I need to pay attention more when we're down here every time and see if that's always open or not. Or is it like an unofficial hiding spot? Oh, we have this hiding spot. I like this hiding spot. I don't know how useful it's gonna be with our ghosty being in the hall. But Rude ghost. Turning off all my lights. Bad ghosty. Alright, so... Hello, Owl! Hello, how are you? How's your Tuesday been? How's Tuesday treating you? Did you break my lights? No, I'm just dumb. You're good? Glad to hear it. Okay, so far we know it can't be a djinn. Glad to hear it. You making any progress on your room? You peeled off the last wallpaper on your walls today? Awesome. Answered my question before I even finished asking it. And you picked up the new one? So, are we starting on wallpapering tomorrow? Is there still more cleanup to do? Putting it on either tonight or tomorrow morning. Nice. Nice fresh look for... Oh, we recorded something. We recorded orbs. Okay, so we could have a mimic. We kind of hope it's a mimic, honestly. That would make this much easier. We'll put that down. We're gonna put this guy down too. And you got new doorknobs for your closet? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, a couple of years ago, we had this dresser kind of forced on us. And, you know, we were, and it was like, yeah, for the kiddo, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, well, you know, if you don't want it, we'll just, you know, put it out on the curb if you do want it. She decided she did, but it was missing half of its hardware. You know, the little door pulls and stuff. Drawer pulls. And so we went and bought like new ones for everything. Which, none of them were expensive, but it's not a small dresser, so it was still like $30 worth of hardware for these things. But she uses it, and she still likes it. She originally wanted to paint it, and we did... But we just put like a little, like... table runner across the top, and it's covered in stuff. I mean, it's just covered, like, you can't even see the stupid table runner anyway. But yeah, it made it, it gave it a whole new look. It was awesome. It was great to be able to, like, have ones that functioned better, but also just to have, you know, something that was much more her style than whatever the person who forced it on us style, well, their non-style was. So, I'm glad you got new doorknobs and they work great and all of that sort of stuff. At least I hope they work great. Be a heck of a thing if they didn't after getting new ones. Yeah, are you looking forward to having all of your room kind of back to normal with the refresh and everything? When I was choosing the new doorknobs. You're excited for that? Good. Good. It'll be... I mean, it sounds like you guys are making quick progress, so you should be there soon. Okay, we aren't seeing feats. We are doing one evidence, so... Unless it's a mimic, we're not going to get other evidence. Where are you? 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 My dad pointed at some metal ones that were very ugly and did not match the vibe I was going for, and you said they were ugly. Yeah, you gotta love the people who are always like, well, these are cheap and utilitarian, and it's like, but I want something I actually want to look at every day. I mean, you know, it's a doorknob, but still. And then you pointed out some that you actually liked. Well, good. Yeah, get the ones you like. It's your room. I mean, within budget, but get the ones you like. And he said, we can go like they have more. Yeah, always trying to pick the different option. And we're like, question marks? Yeah, just get the ones you like. And he said, as long as they're within budget, none of this, you know. Oh, we got sliding thermos. I forgot what it was. Thermo fell off the carpet. Haha. Then I went to ask my mom what she thought, and she really liked them, and I did too. Yeah, get the ones you like. Okay, what else do we need to test for Mimic? Spirit Box UV freezing. We don't have any of those. We could get late freezing, so there's that. Why can't I see orbs? We'll mark off our orbs. She pointed at one I didn't like, and I said that it was too small. Yeah, I'm not a fan of small doorknobs either. It was like the width of your thumb. Yeah, that's pretty small. That's too small. Okay, we still have a camera in our hand. The ones you got are very pretty. Cool. We need to redo some of the doorknobs in our house. Not the ones for our bedroom necessarily, but there's a few. You'll send a picture? Awesome. Yeah, put a picture in the Discord. I would love to see it. Yes, we could go ahead and do the cleanse. Get that objective out of the way. I'm almost feeling... I guess, what are our options? Shade an option? No. We haven't gotten any UV yet, which would honestly indicate that we have a Mimic. It can't be an Obake, but seeing Obake made me think that we should look again. Yep, dirty water. Boop, boop, be doop, boo. Hantu would be freezing. Okay, definitely no more. Or no, definitely no more. Right, that too. Definitely no more UV, no UV. I don't know what door that was. It was this door, but I didn't get to it fast enough. At least I think it was that door. Vixen? Awesome. Oh, and I finally got to watch that Doctor Who video you put in the Discord. That was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious. Nope, that running water is gonna drive me bonkers. Right? Oh man. Yeah, if you're in the Discord, in the memes section, Owl posted a Doctor Who video where a lot of stuff is like parts of words are muted, so they sound like they're swearing a whole lot. There's a lot of talking about fucking, basically. It's absolutely hilarious. You all should go watch it. Okay, what do we need for media? One more photo, which in theory is supposed to be a ghost photo. We haven't tried getting any sounds. With Orbeez, Banshee, and Dion are on the table. Every time anyone wants to say fight, it's fuck. Yep. Which happens a lot in Doctor Who, oddly enough. Yes, it was very funny, Ghosty. I agree. Alright, so was that really an airball? I didn't see an airball. That doesn't mean anything. It's in movies and TV, not memes. Sorry, folks. I said the wrong thing. You put something else in memes, I think. That's where I got everything discombobulated. Sorry, yes, it's in the movies and TV section. Which makes way more sense than the memes section. I don't know what was... I don't know. It's the most Mondayest Tuesday ever. That's what it is. Both make sense? Both do kind of make sense. This is true. Since I can't ever figure out what door it's opening. Or touching in general. Alright, you wanna blow out the candle, lady? What is our lady's name? Sophie. Well, I didn't record that fast enough. Sophie's just gonna laugh at us a lot and give us duplicate sounds. That was weird. Both make sense. Yeah, they do, kinda. I guess there is that. Alright, lady. I guess we're gonna hang out in the bathroom, since you insisted on breaking my light. I F them all, robots, insects, and yetis and clones. But what do we do this time, Doctor? How do we have the human race? I loved that one. That one is hilarious. That one is absolutely hilarious. That one was great. I'm probably going to watch it again later. I'll probably show it to Kayaks later. He's not as obsessed with Doctor Who as I am. Or as into Doctor Who, I guess obsessed might be a strong word. But, yeah, he's not as into Doctor Who, so he might not care that much. But I'm sure he'll find it funny. They could have been fucked by some sort of mechanical device. You mean with something like this? Yeah. Oh, and it didn't take? Boo. Boo hiss boo. Alright, we are saying definitely not a mimic. Do I have incense? I do not. And this would be third blow. We're gonna want some incense in case this is an Onryo. I mean, we've got crucies in there, we should be fine, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. You know. we need to put the camera down. And of course it blew it out while I wasn't in the room. Why can't I ever find the door and get there fast enough? Because it likes the doors in the back, and that's not where I am. Ghosty, I don't think we're that good of friends. I don't know that do you need some privacy? Right, there's all my sounds. I was secretly really hoping for a banshee scream. But either way, I think... I mean, it did a blow while we weren't in the map. So maybe we need to basically treat it like a new Onryo test? I don't know enough about the Onryo test, to be completely honest. Have you read through the changelogs about the update yet? I have not read through all of them. I was lurking in Tom's stream before I started, so I heard some of them. I kind of flipped through it a little bit myself, sort of reading over his shoulder, or whatever you want to call it, as he was going through them. The dead now look dead? Oh, that's gonna be cool. Kind of liked the dead bodies looking funny, though. I mean, I guess gray skin, okay, fine. Are we gonna be in weird, silly positions still? I want, you know, Kayaks to constantly look like he's trying to take a poop in midair or something. Because, you know, we just have to take obligatory body screenshots. You don't think they'd change that? Okay, good. Because it cracks me up. And, yeah, I'm excited that the bone is finally going to be in the journal. Oh yes, and there's going to be a thing for detecting duplicates before you even take it, which I think is also a really good addition. That's going to be helpful. And I saw that you can see, that you'll be able to see in the journal what other players on your team, well, obviously on your team. I don't know who else's team they would be on. Would, like, circle or cross out, or other evidence that they find. So, yeah, if you're dead, you're not, like, Kayaks and I text each other back and forth. You know, stuff like that. Like, you don't have to do that. You can look in the journal and see it. That'll be nice. Or if someone's, like, camera, you know, sound isn't working, mic isn't working, things like that, they can still help. So, and you can see the gender of the ghost name now. Yes, I love that addition, because, you know, how many times do we debate, is it male Robin or female Robin? Is it Jan or Jan? Is it, you know, which is it? Yeah, it's amazing. I agree, Owl. I'm looking forward to it. And that's only, what, like 2 weeks away? Something like that? Right, well, I think we can say not an Onryo. Ghosty is throwing stuff in the kitchen. Oh yeah, and then there's the custom to be able to get a specific ghost to spawn. That's 2 days after your dad's birthday? Oh, that's cool. Hey Dad, we're celebrating your birthday by a Phasmo update. Or with a Phasmo update. When speaking, the speaker icon on ID cards will now function for all players, including local player? Huh. I know I see it, like, when we're in the lobby and Kayaks is talking, I see it next to his badge. And they can now interact with Spirit Box that's not held when using text. Oh, that's cool. It's like, I record sounds when we have Spirit Box by throwing the Spirit Box on the floor all the time. But it does require the, I've honestly never tried to do it with text. Just in case. Journal automatically opens on the evidence page if the player opens it when dead for the first time. Now that's kind of neat. I never really thought about that being a thing that... Yeah. Love the last one. That's a pretty... That is kind of a nice addition. I would agree with that. It was like, if you're solo and you die, you gotta be able to select a ghost at least... Hopefully, before it sends you back to the lobby. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we got an airball. Although, not super positive. Alright. Thank you so much for the follows. Thank you for the follows. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome to the fam. Feel free to lurk, chat, whatever you please. The one above that is also understandable. Custom difficulties with a 0 multiplier will no longer contribute towards any progress, such as achievements and stuff. It does. I mean, I guess I never tried it anyway, but it does make total sense that, like, to get your 50 wins on Willow, you can't go in on Friendly Ghost every time. Added unique video evidence text for the shower and the fuse box interactions. Oh, that's neat. So that way they're not just called interactions and when you get duplicates, even though it's 2 different things. Speaking of... Oh, but we've got our doohickey on. But we could turn it this way. Since Ghosty broke the lights in the kitchen... And turn on the night vision. And it threw a book, so maybe we could get a throw or something in here. Just box off our videos. And then we'll have to Banshee test. And I'm not sure what else to test without getting a hunt. So we'll probably have to go hide in a corner and listen to a ghosty hunt. As we are doing 1 evidence runs, at least until I hate my life. The cursed is the summoning circle. So for a ghost photo, we're probably going to use the summoning circle, I think. Maybe if we don't get one otherwise. This ghost has really been doing nothing. So... I don't know. The Banshee test, it doesn't always work. So there's that. And this willow is a small enough map that it could just wander to me anyway. However, what you do for a banshee test is you put a couple of motion sensors in, and you should see the motion sensors go off coming to you and then going away from you back to the room. Like I said, a small enough map, the ghost could wander to you anyway, which then isn't helpful. Sometimes banshees don't do it. Ghost turned off the power again. What's our sanity at? So and we don't have dots. If we had dots, that would be a little bit better, in the sense that we would be able to see better, like the ghost coming towards us and stuff in the dots. But our one evidence is orbs. And, okay, we don't have that hiding. We have confirmed that it is not a mimic. Yeah, we haven't had any UV, we don't have freezing. I've checked freezing a couple of times. We could do another piece of salt just to check UV again. Yeah. So, no UV. I mean, we could do Spirit Box again also to check. We only did it once. It just went through that salt, so it should be in here. Where are you? Where are you? Are you near? Are you close? Are you far? Are you old? Are you young? Do you like cheese? Do you like pizza? Are you a poopy pain in the butt? Okay, I wouldn't have answered me on that last one either. Okay, it did turn on a light, so mayor is not an option. Oh, and that for sure confirms that we do not have a Cormos. I got airballed earlier, but I was not positive. Bit late, but got it. That was almost right at it. Like, that was like a hair after, so... Yeah, we are down to... these guys. I'm not really feeling Fae because it's not doing anything. Yeah, we could run around. We could also yokai test, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. In my experience, it never seems to. But we could absolutely sprint back and forth in the room. We could also do that during a hunt, as long as we're hiding. So we'll get these in so that we can do a banshee test. Da, da, da. Do, 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 do. Alright, we got a ghosty somewhere. Where is she? Where are you, ghosty? No, we didn't find her fast enough. Alright. Hey, are you a yokai? Yokai! Yokai! Yokai, yokai, yo! Yokai. Do it with sprint. We're square dancing. Just what is it? A slide to the right, and then a step to. Oh, it's a slide to the left, and then a step to the right, and then move it on. I don't remember the rest of it. That was interesting. It turned off the light. I went to turn it back on, and it didn't turn on. Right. Well, let's stand here. Alright, are you done farting on me? We've been in the room a bit, so I'm sort of guessing maybe not. I did that and it hunted me and I died because I forgot to put a crucie down. Yeah. I always have... Oh, of course, I don't have my camera. Stay there. Don't leave. Don't move. Actually. Although everything now is a 50% hunter. Turned off the light in its room. Now, of course, if this is a banshee and it does the wander over to me, it could decide to hunt me right here. And then we're just gonna be done. What is with the constant air balls? Yeah, the ghost is now suddenly really eventy, where it wasn't at all before. And I know I just took meds. But it is a good way to get a picture, though. That's kind of why I took meds, feeling like then I could hopefully get a picture of it. I don't know. We basically still have all the electronics on in the room. So when we do go hide in a corner to hear it hunt, we should, in theory, be able to tell if it's something like a Raiju. Okay, there's a crucie burn. That won't be a ghost photo, but we could use it as our last photo. What is our sanity at? Okay, we were basically right at 60. Boop, 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 boop. Can't really dance with the journal open. I love it. Okay. So, Banshees and Dions. Those are both 50% hunters, right? Banshee is... We haven't heard any singing events or anything else either. Diane could, but we weren't in the room. That cost to be 90% of my channel points. Now I have 55 left. Oh no. I guess I could lower that one. Raiju is 60. No cozies. I'm gonna do all the cozies I want. I'm gonna do all the cozies I want, Rowdy. Besides, I'm doing one evidence which is not normal for me, so therefore it's not as cozy as whatever. Okay, well, we still could be maybe... But we're looking at probably Raiju, Rev, or Daeon, I think. I defeated... You still haven't had a good quote today, Owl? I'm sorry. It's only the first game. Give me time. There will be one. First, the first game has taken me almost an hour. This is the downside to one evidence and me. I defeated the final Lord Soul boss today. Woohoo! GG's, Rowdy. Yay! Took you a gazillion tries? I bet. I bet. Okay, we are gonna go sit in the dark. And hear this thing hunt. Which I know is super duper exciting, the storage crates. But, you know. 5 gazillion. Get it right? Yes, sorry. 5 gazillion, not just a gazillion. 5. Which is a hell of a lot of tries. Was that all today? Or was it 5 gazillion over the last couple of days? I hope it was over like the last couple of days. Maybe a week. Because if you did that all today, A, you probably haven't slept. And B, don't re-break your console. Just today? Wow, I would have rage quit long before that. I mean, don't get me wrong, then I would have come back to it, but I would have rage quit first. Alright, there's another burn. Hopefully that is second burn of the same Cruci, so that way it can hunt next time. with that boss, you have to go right, kill that, then go left, kill that. Then you have to go up to the center and kill the bug in the branches, which is the actual boss. Okay, Ghost turn the power off and then back on. We've already eliminated everybody that would turn on and off power, though. The floor falls below you so the boss can slap you into the floor holes. Yeah, that does not sound easy. That is definitely... Well, final bosses shouldn't be easy. There is also that. But, yeah, that sounds hard. I've played a couple of games where you get to the final boss and it's like, you know, you smack him like twice and he goes, and falls over. And you're like, geez, everybody to get here. Oh, now we're just burning the other cruci. And playing with doors. I mean, I don't actually have to sit in the dark. I'm not sure why I'm sitting in the dark. Much better. In my mind, I had to sit in the dark to drain sanity. I think that's a Raiju. She got slower when she came downstairs, but was really fast upstairs in the hallway, like it was running, just racing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Yeah, it got a lot slower when it came downstairs. I mean, it wasn't downstairs for very long, but it was definitely slower when it came downstairs. Right, so we definitely have a Raiju. We still need one more video, one more photo, and the photo for the objective should be of the ghost. We can get up to full sanity. Ooh. We didn't get freezing, so it can't be a Hantu. If we get up to full sanity, though, it's popped. We don't have a full tier 3 cruci. So for me to get video and photo, it's gonna hunt. Maybe we don't care about it then. Maybe we do this and just go take a photo of a burnt cruci to have full photos and get some extra dollars and say, who cares about the rest? And yeah, it's burned. We've had 3 cruci burns, so 1 cruci is totally dead, the other one has 1 burn on it, so it's not going to prevent a cursed hunt, right? I'm pretty sure that's how that works. You know, we clearly don't do cursed hunts a whole lot, so but I'm pretty sure that's how that works because I know I learned or relearned because I think I knew and had forgotten recently, like a few weeks ago from Barry, that a cursed hunt will just annihilate 1 cruci, like it acts like it's gotten 2 burns. So you get either 2 regular burns or 1 cursed burn out of it. So we're just going to go with that. Have a couple of extra dollars. We're going with Raiju. We were not moving, so it couldn't be a Dion. It was not slow, so it definitely wasn't a Revenant. And we'll find out. A tier 3 Cruci cannot stop a cursed hunt if it has already been burned one time. Alright, there we go. We have extra confirmation.
Welcome back.
And we were correct. With a Raiju. Ba-ba-ba-bum. I will take it. And we got a daily. I thought I already got a daily. Whatever. We'll take another daily. Why not? Alright. Where do we want to go next? I did tell Owl that we would do a Point Hope today, so why don't we just do that next? However, it is almost break time, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. So that way we're not like in games and all that sort of stuff when we have to take break. So I do one ad break an hour. It's just for 3 minutes. Turns off pre-roll for any new friendos coming in to say hi. It also means we don't have to worry about ads again for another hour. While ads are running, take a break. Go get drinks, get snacks. Use the bathroom, pet your pets. Do all the things. We have a NATO warning here. I need to check what level I am on Phasmo. Please hold. Fair. I feel like when I lived there, there were never tornado warnings. And now it's like daily. There are tornado warnings. Yes, we are the all ads all the time channel because I just want to torture all of you people with the weird ads that Twitch pushes. I'm kidding, everybody. Take a break. Get drinks, get snacks, do all the things during the ads. I am also going to take a quick break to refill my water and use the bathroom, whatever else I might need to do. You don't get tornadoes in that part of the world. You're a lucky owl. I never... Like, I grew up in Chicago and never had... So, same area that Rowdy lives in. I remember maybe like one tornado warning. And I would see little ones. Like... Because I had relatives that lived kind of out in the country, and I would see like little ones in the cornfields or something. Like, but those don't count. But I don't remember ever having a tornado warning. Like, there must have been one at one point. I had a friend as a kid talk about being out in like with green skies and a tornado warning. I don't remember this. I was a few years older than that friend. I have no idea. Anyway. I think you're in, nope, level 26. The torture. Yes, I torture you, Rowdy. Just you. Well, I've seen those too, I think, one time. Yeah, the little ones that are just... They're usually, like, out in nowhere and just bits of corn or something floating around, plants. But, yeah, I don't remember there being tornado warnings, really, when I was a kid. But this year... There's been like 5 or 6, Rowdy, something like that. There even was actually a tornado like in the Chicago area. It's wild. Anyway, alright, ads are incoming whether I take a break or not. So everybody go take a quick break, do all the things, and then come on back and we will go to Point Hope. Oh, and let me get the words and stuff on. Alright, I am back. I don't know why user didn't work. It should have. At least I would think it would. There it went. Well, if it's gonna give us a freebie word, I might as well take it, right? You're still on cooldown, probably. Yeah, probably. Welcome back from the ads. Hopefully your ads were decent ads, funny ads, good ads. Yeah, I didn't think that would take, but you never know. Alright, we'll get the words off. Oh, get the BRB off for sure. And pause the music so that we can hear the game. Alright. We are gonna try one of you on Point Hope. Ever since they announced they were gonna do a restricted Point Hope, I've said that it kind of doesn't matter to me, but at the same time, every time I do Point Hope, if the ghost is like above the bedroom, I get unhappy about it. So I guess I am right in there with the wanting a restricted Point Hope. Right, we've got Holly Hill. We need to repel the ghost while she's chasing us. We may or may not worry about it. We need to get a photo of the EMF, and then we need to cleanse wherever she's hanging out with incense. Now, if we do the repel, that'll also count for the cleanse the area, because we're repelling the ghost with incense, and that's where the ghost is at the time when we repel them, so that is kind of a twofer. But we may not worry about doing the hunt. We may just focus on trying to get our ghosty. But Jerry is on one of the top layers. Jerry is on one of the top layers. I don't mind going up there to look for my object. I just don't want to cart all the crap up and down. That's my biggest thing. I don't want to carry everything up and down. We don't have that hiding. Although, if the ghost is a few levels up, this bathroom is still pretty decent hiding. We're going to turn that light off, just so that we don't use up all of our lights. Oh, power is right here, because I did not look. Do we have this hiding spot back here? Also, no. Okay, so our hiding is somewhere up above us. Turn that light off. We do not have tarot. That's a boat. That's not a bone. Every time I look at this pillow, I think it's out of place, but that's where the pillow goes. Like, that's where the pillow just is, I guess would be the more accurate statement. And Ghost is just making a mess. The washing machine has flooded. I never realized that the washing machine flooded before. Shows how much I pay attention, apparently. Banker once had a jawbone that was in between the boats. I never would have found it. To be just completely honest, I probably never would have found it. I also honestly don't really look for the bone on Point Hope, so the mirror would be here. I think it's like there. Anyway, the mirror would be over there. It took a long time before he found it? Yeah, I'd believe it. I would absolutely believe it. No Ouija board. Alright, we gotta definitely start turning off lights, because we've left a bunch on, and I think we're at like 4. For a second, I thought there was a bone on the stairs. Summoning circle. No ghost, though. And I was complaining about carting stuff all the way up, and guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna make us cart stuff all the way up. Yay, we can summon the ghost. We can summon the ghost. I don't want to summon the ghost, to be completely honest. Okay, we do have hiding here. So we need to remember that. Yep, and Ghosty turned on the nightlight, and the bone is in here. So with the bones in the ghost room, what is the Mimi thing? Then it's a Goryo? I don't think it's a Goryo. Well, we don't know yet. It could be a Goryo. Make sure we don't have anything else in our hands. What's our sanity look like? Ugh. Maintaining sanity on this map when it's higher up, I find to be a little bit of a struggle. And I'm sure it's partially my playstyle. I turn on one light in a room, wander around it, go, not the ghost room, no bones, no objects, and then go to the next one. And probably because I'm partially in the dark more than I'm in the light, or like in enough light to maintain sanity. Because if you only turn on one light, like in the kitchen, you're still losing sanity. So I'm sure it's probably got more to do with how I play than the map. Alright, Ghost, if you have Orbeez, you better have a second evidence and be a mimic. I make porky chops now. I'm skipping the optional dragon boss named Calamite. That's fair. And yay for pork chops! I love pork chops. We did Hawaiian pork last night for dinner. And partially because I discovered that we had like 1,000,000 pork chops in our freezer, all in sets of 2. So we're just gonna eat pork chops till we turn into one, I guess. And oh, we have hiding here too. I don't love the idea of hiding in the ghost room. Just saying. I should always blame Phaz, though. I should. You are correct. And Rowdy is 13% sane today, which is semi-accurate. I would be inclined to agree. I always want to know what these doors are for. I mean, they're for nothing, but still. An owl is 5% sane. I haven't checked mine yet. Where do we want to put these? Maybe on the bed? No. Guess on the wall. You did say it was always right, so I guess it's right. Let's see. Let's see what the bot says for me today. Hello, bot. There it went. 27%. That might be kind of close. Right. So, camera, are you what's blocking? Go back. Blocking the dots? You were. Alright, we'll put you back here then. And you need to go, like, here. I'm getting so much delay. Hold on one second. Oh no, refresh. Hopefully it's just a refresh. There's nothing in, you know, I'm not dropping frames or anything on my end, so thanks for the sound alert. You refreshed it 12 times? Well, if that doesn't help, then I don't know what will. Right, we're gonna look here for a sec. Not in night vision. It's probably that you're on the other side of the globe. That could have something to do with it. It sure could. Oh, I could have been recording for that. Okay, well, it hasn't done things like dotties. So I guess let's get these things in. It hasn't really been doing anything. It isn't a mayor because it turned on that little nightlight. Otherwise, it honestly hasn't really been doing anything while we've been up there. We're roughly at 75. I'm gonna go in 3 minutes and eat. Yeah, get all the foods, Owl. Get all the food. Enjoy your dinner and stuff. Hopefully we found our ghost room. Hopefully we maybe have our one evidence before then. But if not, Sunday's VODs will be up on YouTube tonight at some point, unless something else happens, which is entirely possible. So probably today's VOD will be on YouTube either tomorrow night or Thursday. Thursday might be more accurate. And then, of course, yeah, I keep the VODs here on Twitch, too, so you can always watch on Twitch if you prefer. YouTube, I mean, it all depends on your preference. Some people prefer YouTube, some people prefer Twitch for watching stuff back. I try to put stuff everywhere just so that it can be everywhere. Or, well, most places. There are some places I will never post content. No matter what. Time to see a quote. Yep, you gotta throw those quotes up there regularly. They're hilarious. I know I haven't said anything ridiculous today yet. Alright, we'll get Spirit Box up there. Like, it was kind of nice last game that we did get orbs early on. Because then we could just bring in the things to test for Mimic. like the evidence things to see if we got 2 evidence. So we only needed the mimic evidence stuff. But this time around, we don't have that. And we do not have freezing yet. Right, we really just need sound sensors and... I have not said anything ridiculous yet. Yeah, that's a good quote to add. Yeah, I told you I would eventually. So we really only need, Alright everybody, as I suddenly yawn. Yeah, go get all the food, Owl. Enjoy your dinner. Thanks for lurking. Alright, so the last couple of things we need to bring up are these, which would be an incense, a sound recorder, and a motion sensor. Since we're in the van, we're going to go ahead and take a pill. We don't necessarily need to. We were at 73, but this will put us all the way up. And it'll just give us more time to get some media, get some stuff, eliminate some ghosties if we can before we need to try to eliminate things by hearing a hunt. Fortunately, we do have a hiding spot in the master bedroom. Don't giggle at you. I will giggle at you all I want, Rowdy. See, he. I'm assuming really your ghost was just busy giggling at you. Oh, we got stuck behind our camera. Okay, I'm not seeing UV. Hey, Sharky, we're gonna throw you out of the ghosty room for a minute, okay? I'll take that. Fingies, fingies, fingies. I don't know where my camera is. There's my camera. I just did dishes and started air frying pork chops. Yum, pork chops. You stop it. Nope, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna giggle at you all I want. Right, motion sensor. How about you get out? You are scaring all the sharkies. See? Mr. Shark is very scared. Ghosts scaring the sharks. It's not allowed. You're a meanie. It's all in love, Rowdy. Okay, but this motion sensor is being a twat to record. I hate trying to record motion sensors in these round rooms lately. They're just... Yeah, I've been having such weird issues with the mostly in these round rooms is where I find that I have a struggle with recording the motion sensor. But I've had it happen other places where it just... It knows it's there, it wants to record it, but it doesn't. There, we finally got it. Alright, so we are not a wraith, although we took 1,000 years to go through that. Now, it did just do, like, a step. But I'm not seeing UV in that one. We'll wait a second or two and put down a third salt. Mostly to make sure that we are definitely not dealing with a Galoo. And we had a lady ghost again. Yes, we did. Okay. Well, we don't have a djinn. So with the power being as far away as it is, the ghost not turning off the power wouldn't necessarily be an indicator of it being a djinn. But since the ghosty turned off the power, we can definitely say that it is not a djinn. What is our sanity like? Sanity is good. So the kiddo got, like, not quite the perfect schedule, in my opinion. In her opinion, it is totally like the perfect school schedule. She doesn't have a first period class, and she doesn't have a 7th period class. So she can go to school late every day, which I think was much more important to her than the leaving early bit. And there it finally went through that third salt. Where are you?
Taken away.
You were taken away, and you're throwing books. Okay, I have a sound recorder in here, right? Might as well do this now. Where are you?
Slips away.
Thank you. Yeah, it didn't take that. Okay, we have Spirit Box. We will check for orbs again. And in case it's a mimic, and we just didn't see Orbeez the first time, Spirit Box is mimic evidence. The camera has not recorded any orbs. I am not seeing any orbs. Alright, so with Spirit Box, what can we can take away Mimic. There's nothing else we can take away. So this would be third blow. The test for Onryo, I believe it would be third blow. But yeah, so she goes to school late, which I think was kind of her ideal situation. But then she also, pretty sure I already have a photo of the EMF. I do. I'll cleanse. So then she gets, and because she doesn't have a 7th period class, she gets to leave school early 3 days a week. The 2 other days, she has to leave at the normal time. And of course, one day where she can leave early, she doesn't get to leave as early as the other days that she can leave early, because that's like a all the classes are shorter. She gets all of her classes. She's on a block schedule. So she has all of her classes 1 day a week, and then the other 4 days it alternates between like 2, 4, 3, 5, whatever it is, 2, 4, 6, 3, 5, 7, etc. So I have reminders and alarms and stuff set for every day about which time I need to leave to get her from school. It's confusing. I'll get it. I will get the schedule down. Of course, about the time I get the schedule down, she'll have her full driver's license, and then maybe she can drive her own self to school. But you know, one problem at the time. We worry about the now, where I have to know when I'm supposed to pick her up. Although she will also, like yesterday, she called me and then was like, well, I'll let you know when I'm ready for you to pick me up. And it's like, okay. Because last week, for her 1 day of school last week, she spent some time in her art and teacher's room doing stuff, with her art teacher's permission, of course. And so that's power again. I, of course, don't have the lantern in my hand. Alright, so I think we have successfully done an Onryo test. I think. I feel like I never really know. But let's get... And I walked right past the power. I do want to go out to the van, but I want power on first. So yeah, like this morning, I was like, okay, so today is the this kind of schedule, right? Yeah, it's... I think it's less confusing for her than it is for me. Alright, we had one lackluster throw. If we did... sorry. If we did our Onryo test correctly, then we don't have an Onryo. It's a Snorlax. It's acting like a Snorlax, that's for sure. All we're missing is hearing snores. Like, I probably should have upped the activity or something, but I think activity is set to medium on my custom. We'll check after this game. Now, it tried to record light flickering. We could watch our sanity. If it's a Moroi, we would be Moroi cursed. We did Spirit Box after we took meds. Because we did Spirit Box and we got a sound recording of it. So we should be just, if it's a Moroi, we should be just dropping sanity. First Porky Chop done. Woohoo! Yay! Time to put the second one in. Nice. Is your air fryer, like, just not big enough for two? Or do you have a really big pork chops? I have two more, but I'm not motivated enough to do them. I totally get that. He's like, at least the pork chops I usually get, like, I can put 4 into my air fryer. They're close together to each other, but I know all air fryers are different, and it's just you and the pupper, so, like, you don't need as big of... I don't think mine's that big, but you don't need as big of a one as I have. So I'm just curious. Alright, we've been staring at our sanity for a second. I don't think we have a Moroi. It has not done any chasing events. We aren't really getting activity that would... I mean, like, we're seeing stuff on the EMF where there's 2 things going at once, but we're not really seeing things, like, everywhere. But I wouldn't say that it's not twins. Big pork chops and single-serve air fryer. Makes sense. I had a friend who one year got one of those, like, 2 shelf, you know, the door, it has doors that open, like ours is a basket. It has doors that open, like air fryer things. And I was just there like, there's 3 of you. How do you need this big of an air fryer? Well, joke's on everybody. I think she broke it like a month later. Channeling motivation to swap chops. Do it, do it, do it. I believe in you. Did that help? That's all I got. I mean, don't channel any motivation from this ghost. This ghost is, like, asleep. I would like to take a nap too, Ghosty, but I can't because I'm trying to figure out what you are. Okay, well, we can make a Pulte pile. We can... What else can we do? We can yokai and Daeon test. I know I already have one of those in there, but I think we need 2. We do have Summoning Circle, but we don't... I mean, we could use that for media. That's not where we're going. Okay. Pulte pile. Some Pulties never really do throws. We've had a lackluster book throw, and that's really it. Some Pulties just don't want to throw things, which makes it difficult. Arr, matey. What else? Can we get that down? We can get Mr. Parrot. I forgot that he makes noise. What else? None of this stuff. There's nothing in the closet. Nope. We could get another motion sensor. And see if it wanders down to us. Or teleport. Well, I guess wanders. Phantom. No, we were gonna yokai. Yokai! Hey, are you a yokai? Yokai! Yokai yokai yo! Yokai yokai yo! Yokai! Yokai yokai yokai! And see if we can piss off a Diane. Dirty Diana. It's just a jump to the left, and then a step to the right, and then move it on up, and spin around! Right, now that I've made everybody seasick. Put you with the sharkies. And let's see where this one ends. Okay. Making rice as well. I have no side for pork chops. Rice is good with everything, though. Rice is good with everything. In my opinion. probably told this story before. When I'd been out here for maybe like 2 years, I think. Anyway, I moved in with some friends, and I was the kid whose mom did the minute rice thing. You know, you boil the water, you put the rice in, you let it cook for like a couple of minutes, and then you turn it off and just let it sit. So I did the minute rice thing. And then I moved in with these friends, and they were something around appalled. So one of them was Filipino, the other one was Italian, which Italian doesn't really have a lot to do with rice specifically, but anyway, they introduced me to the fabulousness of rice cookers, and I will never go back. In fact, I still have the same rice cooker that I bought when I stopped living with them and moved into an apartment. And we don't use that rice cooker anymore, partially because it's like the little handle for the lid is gone. So it was a pain in the butt. You had to kind of like jimmy it. Anyway. And really, I only got a new rice cooker because Kayaks decided that I needed a new rice cooker. He decided that he didn't like dealing with me dealing with that. And we may or may not try to give the big rice cooker to the roomies when they move out. They probably won't want it. We still have it because the new one is smaller, but unless I'm gonna make, like, I don't know what, make something that needs rice for, like, 10 people, we don't need a bigger one. Minute rice is not horrible. It is not horrible. However, I'd argue a rice cooker is easier. Or maybe just as easy. Maybe they're the same in difficulty level. I don't know. You're making yellow rice? Ooh, yellow rice is good. You make yours in a pot? Yeah, I had those same roommates that convinced me that rice cookers were better. One of them had a girlfriend who would, like, I don't know, once a week or so, she would come over and make dinner for him because he was doing, what was he doing? He was doing rounds for like his school stuff, and it was like a late shift, so he wouldn't get home till like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And so she'd come over and make dinner, and she always made rice in a pot instead of using the rice cooker. And like the rice cooker lived on our counter because we all used it all the time, whatever. And always, like, the rice cooker would be right there, and she'd always make it in a pot. Alright, so we have pulled a crucie. We have stuff in our hiding spot. I'm gonna grab one of these also. We have another incense in there. Hopefully Ghost doesn't decide to constantly turn off the power while we're in our hiding spot. But we're gonna go hide and lose some sanity and get this thing hunting. Because I am out of ideas otherwise. I probably have this in my hand just in case. I don't know why I looked at that wine bottle and it did not look like the wine bottle in my, I don't know. That's not where we need to go. No, we do need to lose sanity, don't we? And we already pulled the crucie, right? There's a crucie right there. Yes. I'm stuck. How am I stuck? Light off. Ghosty's busy playing with doors. But we have confirmed that there's no orbs, so not a mimic. I'm pretty sure I already fixed this. Yes, I did. We have not had any air balls or anything. But this ghost really hasn't done anything. And we are indeed losing sanity. Come on, Ghosty. Do something. The upside to being a room right below it is we should be able to hear things like crucie burns, we should be able to hear the hunts without any issues, all of that sort of stuff. The downside is that we are close enough that if the ghost really comes over here, we are donezo. Seriously, Ghosty? I do not love that power is down here and the ghost is way up there. Ghosty, ghosty. I guess for me, this is kind of a downside to doing one evidence. Like, I'm glad that I'm trying it and stuff, but we've spent 45 minutes in this map. And, you know, we are only slightly closer to figuring it out. I should make the other two pork choppies. But my AC needs to be turned off or I'll blow my electricity. Aww. That sucks. Yes, you should make your other 2 pork choppies. Even if you don't eat them today, then you just have easy leftovers tomorrow. But when it is like 100 degrees out, it's kind of difficult to want to turn off your AC. I get that. I totally get that. Right. Do we maybe just have a Dio? We are about at 40. I have not heard a Cruci burn. Because there is still a Cruci up there, but I left it enough space that it could spawn and hunt. Come on, Ghosty. Good grief, this is the most boring ghost ever. Ghosty, ghosty. Do something. Not make the house rattle. Do something that, like, helps me tell what you are. Our sanity is going to be at like 0 before it does anything. Because all I'm hearing are rumbles. I'm not hearing Cruci burns. I'm not even hearing like doors move, really. I'm just hearing rumbles, which I can't tell if it's like it rattling a door or if it's thunder from the in-game weather. Okay. With my luck, it is going to start trying to hunt me now, but we're just out of here. We've got break coming up. We've been in this map for almost an hour. And I just don't have that kind of patience. Yeah, our sanity is at 27%. It knocked over my camera, which is not helpful. Oh, kind of helpful. Is there still a pile there? Hey, Monk! How's it going? How am I today? I am good. I am doing some... Well, we might switch back up to 2. I'm doing some 1 evidence runs, and so far this ghost has given me absolutely nothing. We got Spirit Box, and otherwise it's done nothing at all. So, you know, I think we're gonna just guess and get out of here because I've been in Point Hope for flipping ever. And it's done literally nothing. Seasoned Porky Chops, 3rd one is in now. Awesome. We're gonna guess Dio. We're literally guessing. Maybe it's a Poopy Spirit. Maybe we go to Poopy Spirit. That's not very helpful of the ghost. No, it isn't. It is not at all. And it was a Dio. I should have stuck with my initial gut. Because it didn't do anything. Well, shoot. I should have stuck with my gut. Oh well. I do have an ad break about to start, so I'm going to go ahead and take a break. We do 1 ad break an hour. It's just for 3 minutes. It turns off pre-roll for anybody new coming in. While ads are running, I'm going to take a quick break. You do the same. Get drinks, get snacks, do all the thingies. If you don't get ads, or if you don't get all of them, we put words on stream up. And I'll see you all in just a couple of minutes. Alright, I'm back. I get ads, but I can see words on the computer on the right-hand side. Yeah. Sometimes I can. Sometimes they're too small. It all depends. And I saw your other messages too, Rowdy. Yeah, Spirit Box is forced for Dio and Morai. Which is why I eliminated Morai, because after I did the Spirit Box, my sanity wasn't dropping. And I was really thinking Dio. And, you know, but it didn't ever hunt. So I talked myself out of it at the last second like a dumbass. And we were down to 27% sanity. Like, it should have tried to something by then. You can cigar D's? Well then. Rowdy's making it a spicy stream, everybody. I have a standing fan that I can run as I air fry. Woohoo! Yeah, we have a box fan that just kind of hangs out in our kitchen area because it really needs a ceiling fan. Like, I don't know why no one ever put a ceiling fan in there. There's ceiling fans in other rooms in the house, but not in the kitchen, which would make sense. You had no crucies? I still had one up there, but I had one far enough out that it should have been able, well, that it would have been able to spawn in that room, like in the back corner. Mostly I just didn't want it to spawn, like, right at the doorway, because I wanted to be able to... Dio can hunt at 40. But it didn't. Sometimes they don't. Welcome back, Owl. Welcome back. And welcome back from the ads, everybody. You are all definitely back from the ads, and the words are done. Right. I want to... Yeah, activity and everything is medium. I feel like we should have more active ghosties. Alright, considering that one evidence games are taking forever because our ghosties are being lame, do we want to switch back up to 2 evidence? I kind of want to try and do one more at 1 evidence, and then maybe the last one do a 2 heavy run just to make it a little bit quicker, because that will probably be like literally all the time we've got. What do we think? Thoughts, feelings, opinions? Do what makes you have fun. I am kind of, I mean, okay, Point of Hope taking an hour was not fun. But in general, I'm having fun trying the 1 heavy. Prison? Rowdy wants prison. Alright, well, if we're going to do prison, we are definitely going back up to 2 evidence. I will do a prison run just for you, Rowdy. You know I always do. I know you always want prison. We will do a prison just for Rowdy. If the ghost is in the cell blocks, the ghosty on Point Hope was a Dio. Okay, well, we'll do this one as a 2 heavy because I already changed it and we're in prison, and then I will do last game as a 1 heavy on a small map. Right, we've got Andrew Garcia, so we can get rid of these 2 ladies. Right, we need 3 photos. We need Andy to blow out a firelight, and then we need 3 videos. And I grabbed all my stuff, right? Well, I'm already on prison, Rowdy. Oh, right, door opens out. What is our object? Is it summoning circle? It's just been like the day of the summoning circle. If I really want to torture you, I'll say high school. Yeah, no high school. Okay, am I missing something? Aren't all the cursed objects supposed to be right here? You are a total troll today. You are just trolling everybody. Oh, mirror, mirror. Oh, mirror is down there? Since when? Has the mirror always been down there and I'm just dumb? We are just gonna do this. Library? Now that her sanity is in, crap. We're gonna go get a pill first. Every time I reload, I see it being less delayed, and then it jumps back a few seconds? That's weird. That doesn't make any sense that it would jump backwards and then just make you more delayed. Alrighty, now. We said we thought library. Where is the library compared to where we are? Right there. Oh, and now I'm hearing noises. Library. Yay! We found it. Now, hopefully, the crucies will cover the whole room. We are not gonna go bone hunting. It's gonna be a shade. With my luck, it's totally possible. It is totally possible that it'll be a shade. Ah! Helps if you actually try to walk into the van, not, alongside it. I hope it's not, though. Me too. Me too. I mean, last game I would have been sure it was a shade, if shade was an option. Rowdy didn't get any good quotes. Yeah, Rowdy, did I say anything ridiculous while Owl was gone? We'll look for Orbeez. Yeah, Rowdy was making pork chops and making me hungry. I mean, not that it's hard to make me hungry. I'm kind of always hungry. Right, we will go through again for orbs. Check all the corners. I have never had a ghost in here. I don't think I've actually spent significant time in the library room. But the camera's not seeing orbs. I think the bench is a good idea. Maybe it just that's better though. Doesn't really get over there. I can bring in a second one. Nothing else in my hands. Right. And it is sunrise, so if we have freezing, it's going to take a while for freezing. We've had sunrise, what, twice today? I mean, this is only game number 3. Let's... And well, our Raiju didn't really do a ton to give us a lot of hints till we got it hunting, which we admittedly could have absolutely done sooner. And then, yeah, our ghosty on Point Hope, when I finally gave up, because we were about to hit an ad break, didn't do anything at all. Yes, Restricted is coming on the 25th. I am looking forward to it. I am very much looking forward to playing smaller maps of the big maps. Smaller versions of the bigger maps, yes, I should say. I mean, for the most part, I've not really had to deal with a ghost in the back area of, in one of the cell blocks of prison. So, I guess there's that, but it's gonna be a lot nicer knowing, like, that you just won't have to. Okay, let's bring in you, and you, and you. We'll save the second dotties. I started carrying stuff to the door and throwing it because even though I was bringing in the second dots, I was like, well, if we don't have dots, like, I'll have done all of this work for it to not be dots. Okay, it went in the other room and turned off the light switch. Mean ghost. High school will have 4 variants. I am so ready for Restricted high school. Like, I am. Probably because it's a shit show map. It is. Like, the upstairs is exactly the same as the downstairs. I mean, quite literally, like, we just have a science lab on top of a science lab. The left side is the same as the right side. And that's why there's a big pile of nothing in the middle on the second floor, because that's where the gym is down below. And, like, all of those things are fine. And yes, high school's kind of, one classroom is the same as the other for the most part. But it would still be nice to, like, you know, they should all have some kind of little bit of unique flavor to them. And with almost nothing being like movable and so on as we go the wrong direction, like, you know, it's a difficult map to deal with. Okay, the salt is right next to my foot. I should be able to pick it up. I like that I have feet in the game, but, you know, it should still be slightly like I can, you know, pick things up. If you use the mirror, all the rooms look the same? Yeah. I remember, not sure whose stream I was in, but they were doing a community day and they were in high school and they got the mirror. And so they looked at the mirror for a second and they're like, okay, so it's a classroom with blue graffiti and a bookshelf. And you're kind of like, so all of them? Like, you know, and they tried to look at it a second time and basically got the same information. And it was like, well, that's not, it doesn't help you eliminate anything. Yep, stuck on the bench. This ghost does like flipping off this light switch. Unfortunately, with the light switch being in the control room, which makes total sense in a prison, I will never get there in time to record it. Oh, and I didn't think about bringing the UV. Well, it's going to turn off the light switch again. It has done it a couple of times. Okay, so we are not a wraith. We are not leaving footy prints, but also only stepped in the salt once. And we didn't hear a lot of feety print, or a lot of feety prints. That too. We didn't hear a lot of sounds as it was walking by, so we didn't get a lot of footsteps. So it really just stepped in it and then went, ew, salt. Right, no fingies on the light switch. Oh, you butt. You turned off the power. Where is the power? Where is the power? We're gonna go outside and look in the thing. The van. And while we're at it, we will say, not a gin. Okay. Power, oh, is conveniently right there. Good to know. Alright. Oops, sorry everybody. Just, you know, banging things on the mic for y'all. Because that's the quality kind of, you know, entertainment and content you came here for, was to hear me smash things onto the microphone accidentally. Right, we didn't see fingies because it didn't turn off the lights, it turned off the breaker. Okay, if it's on when I put it down, then it should still be on when I pick it up. Owl, you see something? Thanks for the sound alerts. Apparently there's a shadow ghost right there. Where's my camera? Alright, well, it didn't disappear after we took pictures and stuff. You see a fart? Yeah, this ghost is farty for sure. Ghost, did you have the mystery beans with the mystery meat today? We do still need a motion sensor. Come on, Ghosty, go through this motion sensor. Do it. You know you wanna. Thank you. Right. I'm not inclined to think Phantom because it didn't disappear after we took all the pictures and stuff, but you can also barely, just barely see it in the photo. Really, Ghost? This ghost is gassy. And it had to walk at me and be like, I'm gassy. It's also eventing on me left, right, and center, but not telling me what it is. It is quite conveniently telling me what it isn't. Oh, there we go. We got freezies. And he keeps farting, not the ghosty. Right, do you know in prison they have mystery meat and it is all the food discarded from the week made into a meatloaf? That would make total sense. Where are you? Where are you? Are you near? Are you close? Are you far? Are you old? Are you young? I know you just turned off the power, so I'm trying to give you a minute to get back here. Where are you? Ghosty. Where are you? Are you tall? Are you short? Are you near? Are you far? Where are you? Where are you? Are you hiding over here? Should I be talking over here? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? We don't like my singing either? Well, fine. Boo on you. Let's get the power back on. Ghost just turning off all the lights on me. We are going to go take a med. And the camera should be on its tripod. So we'll look through the video camera for a second, see if we get something like dots. I kind of feel like if we had a Dottie's ghost, unless it was going the other direction where the dots aren't, we would have seen it by now. That's an EMF 4. Could potentially be an EMF 5, but I wouldn't necessarily bet money on it. Let's also get our freezing marked off. We've been airballed a few times, so not an Oni, it is not a shade. If ghosty not showing up, it's a bitchy ghost. I will totally go with that. No orbs, so not a mimic, although we might look for orbs again. Because there's an orb. Alright, it is too far away for the camera to record it, so we could have a mimic. With the amount of times it's wanting to turn off the power, I'm leaning more towards Hantu than these other options, but we could have a mimic, so we should probably check Spirit Box again. We'll throw down some more salt to check for UV again. But I'm guessing it isn't actually a mimic. And we can record our ghost orbs. And do a hunt and hide? Yeah, we might do that too. Well, we're probably going to do that too. Forgot what our objectives are. Oh, we already have them, then, you know, whatever. Okay. Yeah, if we hide and let it hunt, we'll be able to tell fairly... We'll be able to eliminate a couple of ghosts anyway, fairly easily. Revs are super slow. The only downside to Spirit Box and stuff is this. Or the light switch is in a different room. Where are you? Where are you? You're throwing books. I know you're right here. Where are you? Where are you? Nope, we're just throwing stuff. And I'm pretty sure it made dirty water in that little kitchen-y area. Alright, so yeah, I'm feeling fairly certain that we don't have a mimic. We'll throw down another salt. We didn't get the door closed fast enough. Oh, we did get it. Door moved. Alright. So we have all of our videos. We know we have orbs. There's that. Ure. It was more of a slam, though. I don't think Ure's even an option. Oh, it is an option, so I guess that's a possibility. That one doesn't have any real good hunt tells, as far as I know. I mean, we could look in the mirror again real quick. We have freezing temps, so we have freezing temps and we have orbs. I'm liking Hantu just because it's been turning off the power a lot. We did not Onryo test. We all know I also hate the Onryo test. No, we didn't do a test for it. Yeah, we're probably going to after this. Yeah, if we can't guess it from the hunt, I'm gonna go take meds and we'll do an Onryo test. Because at that point, those are kind of my options. Okay, the door is closed. At least I'm pretty sure. But I'm not hearing it. I'm just hearing my footsteps. No, the door is not closed. Okay. I was expecting, for some reason, the door to be inside. Even though I know it opens out. Yeah, Reverhantu should be pretty obvious. What is it with us and ghosts not wanting to hunt? Right, door is still open. Yeah. And there's definitely plenty of space for it to spawn in that room. None of these are like real late hunters. There goes the door. It is not slow. So yeah, we're gonna have to do an Onryo test. Yeah, it's definitely not a Rev. A Hantu also should be slower because the rooms are super warm. Except for the ghost room. So... yeah, we're gonna have to put that Cruci back in there and do an Onryo test. That's what I thought, that I had 2 left. Yeah... Yuri is definitely a possibility, but... that felt more like a door slam to me than the Yuri door close. Although... just like everything else, Yuris are not always working correctly. Alright, let's get this crew seat back in the back of the room. Oh. Well, it burned that one twice before it hunted. Because we didn't break the mirror, so we shouldn't have had a cursed hunt. We could also smudge test a Yurei. Okay, so this is going to be interesting because we can't cover the whole room. But I think... Does Yuri not leave a room during a hunt too? It should leave the room during a hunt. Oh, when you smudge it? I don't know. Like to hunt time it? I don't know if it does. Thanks for breaking the lights. Google says no? Okay. Alright, come on, Ghosty. You wanna blow out this candle again? Come on, Ghost Miss. Last porky chop done. Woohoo! The effort it takes to put it in the Tupperware, though. It's very true. There are so many nights where, like, once dinner is done and I've eaten and everything, and I'm all, like, settled into my spot on the couch or at the table in the living room, like, I don't want to get up and put food away. Thanks, Ghost. I wanted you to blow out the candle. This ghost has, like, no interest in blowing out this candle. It did a blow and a burn almost simultaneously. I'm thinking Onryo. What do you all think? Because there was the burn and the blow and then the burn. So I'm Alright, Owl agrees. It's an Onryo. I'm fairly certain we have an Onryo. We're just gonna go with it. If we are correct, it is not a perfect game, but we do have all of our objectives, so we'll get some monies.
Welcome back.
Woohoo!
Some jobs ready for you.
We were correct with an Onryo! Ba-ba-ba-bum! Okay, we said one last game with one Evie on a small map. Let's do Tanglewood. Alrighty, we've got Kim Wilson. All's ghosties are options. What do we need out of Kimmy? We need to keep her from hunting with a crucie. We need to detect her on a parabolic. So Kim, I hope you're feeling yappy. And then we need to get our in-game sanity down to 25%. Hi, Norm. And not gonna lie, one of the reasons I was thinking a nice cozy Tanglewood is because all the hiding spots are kind of borky right now. So make it easier to find hiding if I need to. Oh, bone. Oh, we didn't check the potty. Ghosty, are you in the potty? Nope. Oh, Ghost turned on a light, so we don't have a mare. And Ghosty is out here. We still need a cursed object. Where do we want this crucie? We're gonna put it there, and then we'll put one back there that, like, covers the rest of the room. As anyone who's been here for a minute knows, when we hear ghosties hunt or do escaping of hunts, we kind of like to force the ghost to have to hunt from as far back in the room as possible. And for me, the reason to do that... Right, and power is in the garage. We just didn't look. It is day of the summoning circle. Is that it gives you more of a chance to hear it, more of a chance to run away, more of a chance to etc. if it can't hunt like right at the edge of its room. At least for me. One round of Willer and then I'll move pork chops to Tupperware. Sounds like a good plan. We're just gonna turn this off real quick, make it a little bit easier to see orbs. I do not see orbs. Get this bad boy down there. Move the tissue box from it so that I can see it. And a mare withhold Orbeez earlier? Boo. Right, and not a Jinn, because it just turned off the power. Well, it just launched something. Oh, Owl, your sanity has gone up, right? Wasn't it like 5 or something earlier? Now it's 25 or 29? I can't read. Oh, now it's 70. Your sanity just keeps going up, up, and up. I don't know. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Are you near? Are you close? Are you far? Are you old? Are you young? Why are you throwing things, huh? I ate my dessert and now I'm saying sugar is good for you. This is proof. I'm recording in the ghost room. I think I have a Ure. Ooh. Guys, I did that thing again. Where I go in the room and I do a thing and then I forget to drop the rest of my stuff. Scientific experiment. I don't know if science journals would consider my bot very scientific. It happens to the best of us. It sure does. It sure does. I do it a lot. I do it an awful lot. Oh, your sanity went back down. My bot speaks the truth. Oh, we got feedies. Now you need more sugar. I did not eat sugar for too long. I guess that's one argument. Am I sure it's exclamation mark sanity and not exclamation mark sugar? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Right, and we got a photo of the EMF. We got our footprint. It's been throwing with the light on. So, I am gonna check for Orbeez again. But I have a feeling... Hold on, I'm getting a cookie. Go get all the cookies. Go get all the cookies. I have a feeling that we've got a potato. I do. Okay, but we will check for Galu. Can't be Goryo. Right, not a Galu. Oh, and we're coming up on ads. Alright, Ghost, don't go crazy while we're in ads. We're gonna go ahead and run those now. No, we'll leave that on. Even though we aren't really recording or looking at it. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and take our ad break now. That way we then can finish up this game without any other interruptions. I just ran downstairs to grab the cookies my mom stole from upstairs. That sounds about right. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do our ad break. I do one ad break an hour. It's just for 3 minutes. And then we don't have to worry about ads again for the rest of stream. While ads are running, take a break. Ooh, apple cookies. Those sound good. They're delicious? I bet they are. Take a break. Get drinks, get snacks. Owl already got her snacks, but everybody else, get drinks, get snacks. Do all the thingies. If you don't get ads, if you don't get all the ads, I'll put up words on stream so that you're not just staring at stuff, although... Oh, I didn't hit the record button fast enough. Anyway, so you're not just staring at nothing. I am also going to take a quick break to refill my water, use the bathroom, etc. I will see everybody in just a couple of minutes. Here come the ads, or the words. Right, I am back. Whoa, Faz was moving? Yeah, I bonked the thing. And accidentally put caps lock on. Oh, Vanilla Shadow. I don't know what is up with words on stream. Oh, there's only one A. That's why it didn't work. I don't know. Maybe words on stream just hates us today. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. That was kind of perfect timing. That song just ended right there and everything. Oh, Ghosty be throwing stuff. I think I just saw it throw out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, I think villain has 2 L's. I don't know, Owl. Maybe it just hates us. That's what I'm deciding. I did hit the record button on the camera there real quick. Oh, it got a light switch. Cool. We'll take a light switch video. Oh no, E. Right, Ghosty turned off the light in its room. We are... Okay, we do need sound still. I want to go this way. Cruci, sanity, parabolic. Oh, and we turned on the TV. That is not what we wanted. Yay! Hey, stop trying to crawl underneath me. Ghosty trying to crawl through my legs. It's creepy. Oh well, the Cruci is staying there. That should cover the whole room. Turn that off. Right, we need... Can I even get that cup? Apparently not. Where do we want to make our pile? How about right on the table? No, we don't want to have stuff on the table? Fine. We'll put it over here. I don't know where it launched the tissue box. As I get... You know what? Stop it. There, have a water pitcher. Have some cookies, which is probably actually a sewing kit. Have a candle. No Cormos. It can't do chasing events. You just had a Ure, only because it was between that and a Revi, and with no ghost writing, and you didn't see dots. That's probably a good indicator. Alright, what else do we want to put in there? We'll put Grandma in there. Oh, Grandma, you gotta stay with the pile. We'll put the milk in there and some wine. Just because the ghost's a little kid doesn't mean it can't have wine. It's a ghost. Who cares? Couple of rotten eggs. Now, they just discombobulated my whole pile. Stupid eggs. Alright, Ghosty. Throw the stuff. And you were not playing with kayaks? You know, changed your stream title? I did. I did. On my end. Let me look on my phone. Yeah, 1 evidence runs until I rage quit. Now it's saying Kayaks is here? Yeah, he's probably lurking. He had to go to work for a little while today, so... I mean, I heard doors and stuff, so I think he's home. But... Okay, we got our sound in the parabolic. We can get rid of that. You need to change your reload button? Maybe. No, we don't need a motion sense. We have a photo of the EMF, I'm sure. Yeah, we do. Definitely not a mimic. Hantu is forced freezing. Okay. Oh, it's gone now? That's weird. Okay, we don't need any more videos. We can just get rid of that. Well, if you don't know which way is out, I don't either. It also did not record that fast enough. Potato eye? It was on purpose. The spelling. Oh. I go through that with Agent Pred. I need to refresh my browser. Yeah, the internet is weird sometimes. I mean, it's all weird sometimes. It is all weird sometimes, that's for sure. Come on, Ghosty, do the thingies. Crucy burned right at 50. That doesn't really help. Oh, I wanted to look at... Nope. Was that a ghost in the corner with the, with the door? I think it could be, but it's hard to tell. Because that's what I was aiming for. I heard the heartbeats. But anyway, I think Pulte is pretty likely, even though it does not and hasn't done any throws since. I know we need to get our sanity down. We're gonna get one more sound recording though. And then we'll go hide in a corner somewhere. You said it was throwing with the light on. I did. It did throw a cup and something else with the light on. So, and we don't have orbs. That's gonna be whispering. Oh, we had talking, so... Oh, it counted that as talking also. Well, boo on you. Alright, there we go. All the videos, all the stuff, and all the sounds. We'll turn that off. What was our object? Summoning circle. Only Poulters throw with the lights on? Yeah. But if a mimic is mimicking a Poulter, I'm pretty sure it can. Yeah, unless it's throwing through a wall. They should make it so that ghosts can only do interactions in the room that they're in. That would be kind of nice. That would be kind of nice. Where are we at? So if I just do like 2. Say something funny? Why am I needing to say something funny? I think that was just me going through the bush. Thanks, Ghost. I want at least one quote per stream. Do we want a haunted toilet or a normal porta potty? Look here, Ghost Miss. This is my closet. You can't have it. there's a burn. Now we got our sanity. So let's do that. Let's do this. Right, that's everything. It has not done any throw, like, I mean, it did throws in the beginning, and now it's not doing them. I don't really want to sit there forever. There you go. Yeah, that's a good one. Ghost wants to be gay too. Yeah, Ghost, come hang out in the closet with me. Just don't eat my face while doing it. I do not consent to face eating. Alright, do we want to try and see if we can get this thing to throw? I feel like it's a pulty, but it hasn't done... Wait, it should get out of the closet, not in? That is also true. It should probably get out of the closet if it's wants to be gay like the rest of us instead of in. Oh, there's the tissue on top of the light. Ghost, you know, it's really hard to reach tissues if they're on top of the light. Not to mention it's a fire hazard. Anyway, make sure I still have Pulty circled. We're not going to wait real long to see if it finally does a good throw or something, because it hasn't since we first got in here, really. I mean, it's thrown that tissue, and when we first came in, it launched one of the cups from, like, over here to way over there. That's a good quote. Ghost, come hang out. Come hang out in the closet with me, just don't eat my face. Yeah, no face eating for me, please. Wonder if it's been throwing in here. It threw a picture in here. Hasn't really been throwing otherwise, though. Come on, Ghost. A poulter that did not throw? Yeah. You have 99 doll hairs. You are rich, Rowdy. You are super rich. Yeah, this potato needs to throw something. I feel pretty confident that it's a potato. But it just is now, like, being shy. It did not even give you ghostwriting? No! Pretty sure that was power. It was. Yeah, I have lots of potatoes that don't throw. It is a thing that regularly happens for me. Including this one. Oh, Rowdy, did you have a potato too? There, it sorta did. It was a lackluster throw. But it was in a throw. The activity meter didn't go way up, though. Let's see if we can get it to do a better throw. Well, it threw that. No, throw all the thingies. Come on, do it. Can you have the potato? If I could give you potatoes, Owl, I would. Potato doesn't know it's a potato yet. That's an absolute possibility. That's an absolute possibility. Come on, Ghosty. Alright, well, we've been sitting here wanting it to do something for a while, and it hasn't really been doing it. So, we're going with Pulty, Potato, and we'll find out if we're right. You're delayed again, Owl? No!
Welcome back.
It was an
Our pistol's ready
Obake.
for you.
I call lies. We did never check the door for fingies when it shut the master bedroom door. But I still call lies. On the flip side, we are about to be able to prestige.
We'd like to offer you a promotion. Let us know if you'd like to progress further.
We do not want a promotion right now, thank you. We will take our promotion on Monday. On that note, unfortunately, that is going to be it for me today. I gotta get worky stuff done, and I gotta pick up the kiddo from school. So, unfortunately, that is it for me today. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you. I appreciate anyone that spends any time here, whether you're lurking, whether you're chatting, whether you're something in between, popping in and out, you know, all the things, sending all the sound alerts, making quotes. I appreciate all of you anytime you can spend here. I will be back on Sunday. Currently, the plan is that I will probably start out with some water park sim, and then do some Phas at the end. Thank you all for the follows. We got a couple of new follows today. Welcome into the fam. Thank you so much for the follows. Well, if it's the day of the tower, I got so many tower cards yesterday. It was crazy. I mean, like, I often get more tower cards than other cards, but usually it's like, you know, kind of a mix, not just all tower cards. Anyway, join the Discord. I post in there when we go live. We put fun pet pics in there, you know, all the stuffs. Anytime anything gets posted on the socials, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, that also gets posted in there so that you can just click the link and watch the video. You don't have to go searching through YouTube unless you want to. Like, follow, subscribe, comment, etc. on all of the socials. Yes, give Owl a review of their doorknobs. Of their brand new doorknobs. I post clips whenever I can, and stream VODs do go up sometime within the next week. Usually I try to get them in within a couple of days, but that doesn't always happen. But they definitely post within the week. Take care of yourselves. Drink some water. Eat some good food. Do something just for yourself. Self-care is important. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's something just for you. I love all of your faces. Bye, everyone.